Let's go. Okay, so welcome back to Growing Pains, a place where we allow people to self-discover and to dive into the growing pains. And today we have a guest.
Special guest,
First ever Growing Pains guest. And we're going to start with our random items because mine actually introduces who it is. What do you mean?
You can tell you've not had a guest before.
Okay, so mine is basically just a very embarrassing picture.
Oh, great.
To tell you guys who the guest is. I'll show the camera in a sec. Why'd you look so confused?
there's a lot going on.
Yeah, I don't think either of us have changed that much, apart from I've got more hair.
Very smart.
But yeah, we have my brother on the episode.
Man like Pep.
It's nice to be here.
Yeah.
Yeah, how's it feel to be sat in the podcast
Don't
chair?
get referred to man like Pep very often.
Do you not?
No. Just Pep.
Just Pep.
It feels weird being in a chair. It feels cozy though.
Yeah.
You wanted to be here.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
We'll see by the end if I still don't regret that or not.
Yeah. Do you want to do your random item? I'll do mine.
Or is it
and then
mine
we'll-
now?
Yeah,
Mine is really random.
that is exactly the aim.
Yeah, but as I was saying, when I've listened to the podcast, you try to relate it back to the theme of the podcast. Mine has no relation, but I think I can if I have to.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think mine might be the same.
No, yours is...
It's
Yeah.
really random.
Sick. That's sick.
So as I said, it is really random.
Listen,
So the camera can actually see it.
who was the Intercontinental Champion? Longest reigning?
I don't know. You can't put me on a spot like that.
Take one
Oh.
guess, you'll get it. You must.
Gunther.
Who?
Oh, is it an old school?
Are you same age as me?
I'm 35.
Yeah. So who was Intercontinental Champ when we were growing up?
Loads of people.
The Rock, the main one.
Oh, I hate that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like The Rock. I don't like Dwayne. He's too
Yeah.
Hollywood-ish.
I'm with that.
But this is from my sort of childhood era. So if I want to relate it to the inner child, I can. But this is a really random item. And I heard you liked
I love it.
wrestling.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Did you have that when you was a kid?
No, I literally bought this when I could afford it.
I'm going to say, did you ever
This
hit
is hella
Cristina on the head with it?
No,
Belt to the
No.
face.
but if we want to relate back to a story where I was hitting the head with a spoon, we
Oh, I
can
told
do
him the
that.
story already.
Okay.
But I did just think of another one where I broke a wrestling ring and you were really fucking
I was
upset about that.
pissed. I was pissed. It was the old school WWF one. It was blue. They don't have that anymore, and that's all like cheaply made. She went and stood right in the middle of it, cracked down the middle, and you don't find them anymore. But if you want to hold it, it's pretty heavy. Also, just you feel a bit more channel.
Put it on.
Oh, God. Do you know what?
You can prep for your gladiator days.
Just wear it over my shoulder. The champ is here.
What have we started?
Feels
Just-
nice.
It's a good belt, this.
No, it's a proper one. It's not one of those cheap plastic ones. Real leather.
I'd wear this down the street, mate.
That's one thing I won't do. I'm a wrestling fan, but I'm not a neek. Or
Would you not?
geeky. No,
I'd pull it off.
just sits on top of my mantelpiece.
It's a good belt, that.
We should hang it up right there down the middle.
I think we might need
Maybe
we'll
no.
collect these random items.
Yeah.
This
No, that
this
needs to take
good,
back with
this.
me, though.
This is good, this. Love it.
But that's my random item.
Well done. Good item.
I don't know if I can top that now.
No, I don't think you will, but it might start some conversation.
Oh, this will start a conversation. Oh, don't ask me why. Randomly, I found this. This is my operational medical record. Other one.
There you go.
Are we in? So I got this in 2008 when I was in the army. Blood type A positive, just in case I bleed out. Anyone needs to know. So it's pretty empty. I think every time you were sick or went to go in here, I think I was only sick once. But anyway, we get to the back and it talks about vaccinations. These were the last time I was vaccinated. Yellow fever, 2008. Tetanus, 2008. That's a lie. I got bitten by a dog a few years ago. I had another tetanus. But polio, 2008. What the hell does that say? Diphtheria, 2008. Hepatitis A, 2009. Typhoid, 08. Hepatitis B. Since then, I've never received any more because I thought, do you know what? My body's got an immune system. Let's just let it work. But I was thinking about this anyway. But since then, like, have you ever had anyone dying from yellow fever, polio, typhoid, hepatitis? So do we
No.
even fucking need them?
No.
You know. So this is my random item anyway.
Fair play. That is very random.
You got-
Very.
Vaccinations, yeah. Do you need them? Yeah.
No.
We've got an immune system. Your body knows how to work.
You have an immune system.
Yeah. When we went to flip in the desert, we were meant to take malaria tablets.
Oh, God.
We took them for 2 days, got nightmares, and stopped taking them. Like, no one took them.
Because of real nightmares.
Yeah, real nightmares.
I stopped taking mine because I did
psychological.
something to my stomach. Literally on my holiday.
Yeah. Did you get malaria?
No.
Precisely. You don't even
I haven't
need.
got yellow fever either.
Precisely. Yeah. Have you ever had the flu jab?
Didn't get COVID either.
Yeah, the flu.
Oh.
Have you had the flu jab?
No.
Why?
Have you?
Never.
Why? Because the answer is we've got an immune system. Quite a simple
Yeah.
answer, explanation.
Why didn't you get COVID? Jab.
Oh, no.
Wait, why didn't you get COVID or why didn't you get
Why didn't you
COVID
get the jab?
Because I actually did my research behind it. Are we going down that road?
We're here.
We can.
Oh, yeah. Well, the short story is the flu vanished
Yeah.
and COVID appeared.
Yeah.
So make that make sense.
Yeah.
first of all.
Yeah.
With the actual technology in the vaccination, it's not what your normal like flu. The actual flu is not in it. It's all tech.
Yeah.
So that's why people are getting all sorts of strokes, heart attacks.
A lot of heart attacks.
All these cancers that are popping up suddenly out of nowhere. Young people dying. All the footballers that were dropping dead.
Yeah, on the pitch.
Bit
You
random.
know, cancer's down to 1 in 2 people now.
Since
Is that when it's since?
Yeah.
1 in 3 before, 1 in 2 now.
I don't know the exact dates, but since that was implemented into the public, it's been drip fed, and slowly but surely,
Yeah.
it's just hit more people.
Yeah.
And people you wouldn't expect. Like, I've heard some PTs that just had a stroke out of nowhere, like 30, 40-year-olds just
Yeah. Out of nowhere.
fit.
Yeah.
And it's got nothing to do with, it can happen to anyone. Yes, it can happen to anyone. But when you find out what they've had, you just correlate it together.
Yeah. Yeah. I think
Yeah,
there's
since 2020, I haven't taken no medicine.
since 2020.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
A little bit.
They've literally opened up rabbit hole after rabbit hole for me, which
Yeah.
in a way is good.
Yeah.
But in the polite way before, I was fast asleep and I was actually happier.
Yeah.
Now it's just
Ignorance is bliss.
I was just
Yeah.
about to say.
Do you know what it is for me as well? It's like, how can you ever trust a doctor again? Because these are the guys pushing it onto you and they
Yeah.
knew it wasn't safe.
I don't know.
So we can't even trust medical staff nowadays because
Yeah.
they were giving it to us and they knew it weren't safe.
Well, I actually trust myself more now. So the only time I go to a medical facility is if I need to have an operation.
Yeah.
Because I physically can't do that to myself.
Yeah.
So if I break a leg or whatever it is, I'll go. If it's more immune type stuff, I'll deal with it myself.
Yeah.
And funnily enough, since I've cleaned up all the toxins, I've been less ill. Touch wood.
Yeah.
So
They say the cure for cancer as well is just eating green vegetables for 2 or 3 months. Fasting in green veg.
And looking into the energy in your body because it's a manifestation of stuck energy is what it is.
Preach.
This is the same thing with our dad. We say this all the time. If we've said this to his face, I've said this to his face, so he probably won't be offended if he hears this. But
I doubt he watches, to be honest.
well, he watched the first 5 minutes and he asked me a question, and I said, "Did you not watch the next 10 minutes?" He said, "No."
Probably fell asleep.
So what I was going to say was, he had throat cancer, tongue cancer, throat cancer again,
Wow.
and his aggression and speech is like his biggest block and barrier. And so it's a manifestation of stuck energy in your body. Obviously, you can look at it from several points of view. It could be a scientific thing. It could be a hereditary thing and blah, blah, blah. But even that, when you look at the hereditary patterns, the people before, aggressive, angry, couldn't speak the truth, all those things, they all get carried on. It's energy. When you look at it, you can heal it. You should be able to be the person that gives you your guidance for health.
Yeah. Yeah, your body knows how to heal itself. It's
Yeah.
just
Traumatic
learning
injury
to
is the
listen to
only
it.
time you should need it.
Yeah.
I
And
do think the hereditary thing is also that thing about, if your parents had this and your grandparents had that. Scientifically, I don't think that's true. Because if you change everything, like if we're the first to change what our past did, then that technically shouldn't happen again.
no, that's it.
Yeah.
Also, the what this is about, rather than the health bit, if that makes sense.
Yeah, the emotional side.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
the stress, that type
Yeah.
of stuff, the mental pollution, that type of, rather than actual illness.
Yeah, because this is what we said in the last episode, it's physical, mental, emotional. So you could, if you just look at health from your physical point of view, there is all these mental, emotional things that are still blocked. So this is why people try 1,000 solutions to things, health-wise, and still can't find the answer, because you're not going deep enough. You're not going into the core of what your body is trying to tell you. So it's going backwards and changing it. So if we do, that's the cycle breaker. Welcome to the cycle breaker crew.
I actually watched
Get a belt for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I watched a video on Instagram, actually. It was a guy that was basically showing with juice how your things are passed down generation to generation. So the first glass was full cranberry juice. And if you keep passing it down, it's going to stay cranberry juice. But if you keep watering it down a bit, by the time you get to the next generation, it turns into water.
Yeah.
So it's changed from old habits to brand new habits.
Yeah.
So it hasn't passed down. You're removing that trauma, whatever it may be, from which sometimes it's quite good to see it like that rather than hear it. So you can see the change.
And this is that saying of kids raising kids or trying to break a generational curse. It's been active participant in it. Otherwise, it's kids raising kids. Same traumas, same false beliefs get passed down.
Horrible cycle.
Yeah, but it's so common as well.
Yeah.
So common. We look at most people, they're just repeating cycles, unaware of it as well. I was
that's
for
the
the
worry.
Unaware. Yeah.
Yeah, unaware of it. I was for how many years? Yeah, quite a few. First 20 years, maybe.
23 was my age.
Was it?
Oh, that's an interesting number.
Well, because it's my number.
Yeah.
Oh, just because of that film.
Oh, yeah. 23 was a significant part of my life. How old were you? 30?
What now?
No. When you started realizing?
Oh, I don't know, 20s.
Oh, is it? Oh, I suppose you said after the army, isn't it?
Yeah.
But realizing what?
That you hold patterns that don't make sense anymore. When was yours? Now.
Now.
I don't know. I think it's just happened. I don't know. I would probably say a lot changed for me around 2020, 2021 through that control aspect. And then I tend to have these moments. I can't remember what it's called now. Or an out of body experience, but I tend to intentionally do it. So, for example, if I'll be sitting there, I don't know, let's just say we're in an environment I think I literally don't want to be here. I'll actually watch myself. Like, I'll jump out and actually watch myself. Like, why are you there?
How do you do that?
It's a very conscious thing. Like, so
Do you close your eyes?
No.
Wait,
I just sit there and I might, like, if we're in a group and I don't know, something might have been said and I'll just think, why am I here? And I might just be looking at you, listening, but I'm watching myself look at you.
Can you physically see it, or is it like you're imagining?
No, it's imagine. I don't physically jump out of my body because that would be pretty cool.
No, that's possible. That's astral projection. We talk about it all the time.
I haven't got to that point of.
But this.
I thought you were talking about that. It's the blood.
It is, yeah, it's a family thing.
I actually imagine. And I just think.
But
that's the first stage.
Yeah, but I was going to say that's possible. You see, this is why this was all so divine, because I've been banging on about this stuff to you for ages, and everyone holds the skill, but you've resisted it. And there are things that you hold that you can do, which is obviously some of it is generational skills. Like our nan used to do spells and stuff.
Yeah, with oil and water. That was pretty cool. It's called Bad Eye.
Okay,
I don't know how it actually works. You put the oil in the water, and if it does a certain thing,
if it splits, you've got it.
Yeah, so it shouldn't.
Okay.
And then if you do have it, she gets the key and she's like that.
That's where you got it from.
Yeah. Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
There was actually. When would you say you started talking to me about this? Just generally.
I think I started talking to you about the patterns probably when I saw your reaction to COVID.
So around 2020, 2021.
Yeah.
Because that was actually the first time I really believed in energy.
But, sorry,
I'll come back to energy.
But looking back at the childhood videos, they were there all the time.
But not if you don't know what you're looking for.
No, of course. But I'm saying now with the consciousness, you look back at the history and you realise they were always there.
Like what?
Yeah.
Like what patterns?
Well,
need some more detail for the people.
How personal?
It's a bit vague.
not that personal, but just like a minor example. Is this just between us or just generally like family?
Generally in the family, but I'm talking to you because you're here. Just things of like attention, control, all the things that you do now.
All the things I hate.
Yeah, and what's the saying that you say? You attract what you
judge until you no longer judge what you attract.
Yeah.
So say that again.
You attract what you judge.
Okay.
Until you no longer judge what you attract.
So anything.
So if you hate control, you will constantly attract
it.
Controlling behavior, whether you're doing it or someone's displaying it onto you.
Why? Because it's trying to show you that you need to heal that part.
I did say when I was watching one of your pods that I self-diagnosed that it was control that is my probably main issue. I don't like to be controlled.
Right. So why are you here today?
What are your growing pains?
Let's go back.
Can I just answer the energy thing first? 'Cause
Yeah,
that
go on.
might
Oh,
relate to the other stuff. I went to a protest in 2020, at the COVID protest
Where?
in central London. And I was with a few mates, and one of my mates says, "Oh, just hold this for a second." He went into his bag, he gave me this thing. And I was still a doubter of energy. And he gave me this thing, I had no idea what it was. He didn't give it to me intentionally, he just said, "Hold it." So I held it. And I held it for about 3 seconds, and literally the back of my neck just started going zzz. And he goes, "Oh, that's your chakra." And he was like, "Oh, the energy's passing through," and that type of stuff. So I kind of started believing it. Because then he started holding it up, and then certain things started to be attracted. It was just a really weird, but that was the first physical, personal experience. Otherwise, I just hear it.
Yeah.
And so I don't believe it until I've had it or experienced,
That
seen it.
guy
think
was
I've-
meant to be there.
Yeah, I've said this on one of the other podcasts. You can't beat experience. You know, this
Yeah.
sort of work that we do, just try it. 'Cause it's undeniable. You can't deny experience. So you can't deny that energy happened to you on that day.
Yeah.
You can't explain it, but you can't deny it.
Yeah.
No. And it's weird because I reckon if I passed it to someone else, they might not have felt it.
Precisely.
Yeah,
It
because
just
this is
happened.
the divine intervention that things are supposed to happen in your life at the right time.
Yeah.
I do
And
believe
that's
that.
stress
though.
and everything.
Yeah. Do you know what? I was very similar with crystals. So I've got 3 pyramids at home. I think you've seen one. And I ordered one of them. As soon as I put it into my hand, I could feel the energy straight away. And I thought, this is weird. This.
It is weird.
Yeah. And that was
But yeah,
2-3
crazy.
years ago. It was one of them pyramids. Like, this is mad. I'd
And
bought crystals before then, but not felt anything until that one pyramid. And I was like, wow.
Pyramid as well. The fact that, yeah, you need this. You need an initiation into realizing it, and from
An
there,
unintentional one. Because I think if you try to do it,
yeah, you can't
Yeah.
force
I
it.
wouldn't. I'd be like, no, you don't need to put it on me.
There's
Just
actually
let
really
it.
traumatic experiences that can happen from waking someone up before their time.
Oh, yeah. We went to a mental home.
Yeah, that's why people end up in mental
Yeah.
institutes. Well,
Jeez.
so that and also the fact that people don't know what's happening, because if they did, they would be able to use that for something. But
Yeah.
anyway, you asked why you here.
Why am I here?
Yeah.
Well, you might have to like bring that out because I'm not really sure.
Well,
Because I'm
you-
intrigued.
Something
You're the-
pulled you in.
yeah, you're the first guest we've had.
Intrigue, I guess.
And I think you've got something to say. But what was it that brought you on? Obviously, you've watched some episodes before. Some stuff's hit home. So what was sort of the turning point for you to think, do you know what, this might actually be something I want to look at?
Time, I guess.
Yeah.
So starting from the energy thing where it wasn't discussed, and then slowly the conversation we have at home, trying to realize why certain, because I shouldn't really be angry the whole time. I get really pissed at the most small things.
Are you angry the whole time?
No, probably
So
not anymore.
Ah, he's doing that thing.
What?
Sorry.
What?
You said I shouldn't be angry all the time.
Yeah, but you're going to paraphrase and literally. Don't do this
No,
thing where
but
you
this-
literally
this-
quote what
no,
I
no,
say.
no,
word
but
for word.
this
I'm
is-
just speaking.
This has to happen because
I'm used to it, but we'll roll with it.
from me. Listen, you said you weren't going to do this.
Listen, this is a safe space for everybody, right? I'm doing the questioning. I'm gonna jump
Right,
in.
I'm going back into. You say don't take my word for Bible, basically every single
Yeah,
word.
literally word for word.
Yeah, but there's a reason that comes out the way it comes out. It's called a Freudian slip. It means you not noticing the truth is coming out before you know it.
I love that.
Yeah, but when you then ask me, are you angry all the time? I'm actually not.
So why did you say it?
Yeah.
It's just the way it came out.
Yeah,
But are you? It's okay if you are, though.
it's okay.
No, but I'm actually not.
So what percent of the time would you say you're angry?
Don't know. How'd you put a percentage on that?
Try and quantify it if you could.
Yeah.
Say in a day's.
Have you been angry today already?
Irritated.
Yeah. What was it? Road rage.
It was road related.
Yeah.
Now that was a topic that always kind of like, you actually brought this up when it was you two in a pod. I was like, why? I said to my miss, why is it always cars or road related? And then when you go back, you realize who our driver was as kids. It was our dad. So he was always angry. Like, obviously, we don't know why he was always angry. But then when I start to think, like, why am I so angry? Someone's cut me up. I think,
Yeah.
well, one, it's incompetence. Two, it's actually
100%.
dangerous.
100%.
But then when you go to incompetence, I think that is more irritating than danger.
Are you incompetent?
Probably in some aspects, I just,
Are you an incompetent driver?
no.
In no way, shape, or form.
Maybe sometimes I can struggle to park.
So why can't other people be incompetent in driving? Why is it angry that other people are incompetent?
It's not the fact that you're incompetent, it's where and how you affect others on the road, in my opinion.
Yeah.
If I'm on the outside lane on a motorway and you're doing 50, should you be there?
No, but why does it make you angry?
Because you're not... I'm not a big rule follower, but on this occasion,
Ah,
it's good to follow the rule because it's actually causing traffic delays,
I agree, right?
frustration. Because if you want to do that, it's fine. Just move to the left where you can do that and let the people that want to go,
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
And then I have this thing where actually after our conversation, I try not to do it anymore. I actually have to look. You know, when you go past and you go, who was that driver?
Yeah.
I have to look. But now not so much because I
Yeah.
have to think, what am I gaining from that? So that's what I think.
So that's a very good question. So what are you gaining from that? What are you gaining from getting angry?
I don't know. I just like to look and go, dickhead. or something like that.
It's what, sorry?
I like to look and then go, dickhead.
So-
It allows me to get,
No, yeah, we're getting there.
Yeah.
You were getting there. Go on.
or allows me to get the, well, I guess it's frustration, that particular example,
But
out.
what else did it give you?
A release?
And
I don't know.
does it make you feel powerful?
No.
pause on that. Because this is the thing where we get too stuck in the story. It's not to do with the driving. It is your body creating experiences because it knows it needs to release the anger.
Yes, the release, I understand.
Yes, so it's nothing to do with them being at 50 miles an hour and da. It's just that is the story to get what your body needs to get out.
Yeah.
Yes, I understand that bit. But the power, I don't.
So,
'Cause I don't feel
so if
powerful.
you're driving past someone and you look at them thinking, fucking dickhead driving 50 miles an hour, what's that doing for you?
Release.
Releasing what though? Is it
Just-
releasing or is it giving you something?
For me, I feel like, oh, it's gone.
Yeah, what
And now I
need
can
is
just
it
go on
meeting?
with my day.
What need is it meeting?
A release of, in that, well, frustration, no?
Yeah, but this is where it keeps coming back down to that point of, and this is an example that many people will be able to relate to. It doesn't matter. Everything we do is to meet a need that we haven't had met before. So for that case, it might be power. It might be recognition. It might be being seen for being the right person. All of these things, it doesn't matter what it's been shown to you as. What matters is you either get to choose to ignore that and think it's just a surface level and then keep recreating that anger. Or you go, okay, this is showing me this. If I dig into that emotional part, I don't give a shit what these people do on the road anymore.
Yes, but that's what I've tried to get to.
Yeah.
It's why I have to do I need to do that?
So
What
you
do you mean why?
Like, why do I need to look and
Yeah.
go, oh, dickhead?
So
Or I could just
Right.
literally overtake them and go.
So what did you mention earlier your biggest issue was?
Control.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So if,
'cause I
so if
can't
you're on the
move them.
road and you can't move them out of the way
Yeah.
and you're looking at them calling them bellends, you're back in control then. Because they've done what you wanted to do. So
I
it's
did
a
bring that word here for us.
But it's a controlling mechanism. I've had road rage before.
Yeah, same.
Lots of people do it, but it's a control thing, an ego thing, a powerful feeling. I want to feel empowered because I'm the guy. And you shouldn't be my way because I know how to drive and you can't drive.
But is it from the fact that, like, I know how to drive, you don't? Or is it just to the fact, just get out of the way?
But that in itself as well is another lesson. I'm in my own way. If what we see in others, we feel in ourselves.
Mm.
Okay, this is the bit.
So,
where,
if,
like,
so I, in that position, I could either undertake them and get back on my journey, or I could sit behind them, get pissed off, wait till they move, and then give them abuse.
yeah.
And in that, you've built
Right.
your own barrier.
Yeah.
See, the undertaking is what I do if it's possible. But if it's all slow moving traffic, that's.
Yeah.
I don't want to dwell on the traffic issue, but it's
No,
just.
but it's so relevant to a lot of people.
It's the vessel
Yeah.
for the lesson.
It's just the story, but what's beneath the story? What's the wound?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
but-
go on.
Go on.
No, I was going to say, if it is control, if which one are we saying is the need that's met the most for your rage in on the road? Or like the biggest theme?
Just on the road.
We're just using that as an
Or
example.
are we talking about, like, what's my biggest issue? Like frustration, control, all
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
They kind of all intertwine. But I think if I look at everything away from just road, it's more control. For example, I'm self-employed. I don't want to have a boss, even though technically we still answer the nature of what we do. And I had to be here, like, you controlled what time I had to be. That doesn't bother me. It's where someone says, oh, you can't do this, or you shouldn't do that. That's the bit I'm like, no, you can't tell me what to do.
Yeah.
Okay, why? Who does that remind you of?
Ah, childhood.
Okay, this is good.
I always go back to this, yeah. I used to say, oh, can I go to football? Yeah. And then he would say no. And I think, well, why? I would get the answer. If you want to be a latch door kid, go and live with X. Do you know what a latch door kid is?
No.
So basically, when you just go in and out of your house with whenever you want, basically, your parents just let you do whatever. I always go back to, wow, one of my favorite footballers is Ronaldinho. I always go, if his dad said to him, no, he would never grace the TV for us. So it's a simple, I'm trying to push, at that time, I wanted to be a footballer, like most kids.
So sorry, that's interesting because in that it's a refusal of your own potential and power. So now you're living your life based on proving that point.
Yeah.
I guess.
But that can get you trapped because you're now living it in a way that is, well, you're doing it in a way that is not enjoyable. You're trying to prove it in ways like the anger and the road rage or whatever, putting yourselves through potentially stressful careers or whatever I don't know what else it is. Or you could readdress that within yourself, realize your power yourself, doesn't matter who said anything about it outside, and then you get to do it in the most aligned way and you become Ronaldinho.
But I do think like now, in say probably the last year or two, I've been more intentional with thinking. Before it was just, dickhead or whatever it may be, just it came out. But now I just think, what is the point?
Yeah.
So I don't get up there to then have to come back down here once I release it. I just
But
stay a bit more level.
what is the point an avoidance?
No, just think it's what are you gaining?
Do you have to gain something with everything you do?
Well, it'd be the same way you asked, what do you get out of it?
Yeah.
I can still get to the same end without having to go through like the stress of getting up there to then release it to get back down. I can just, dickhead, just like straight. I probably still call him a dickhead.
Yeah,
but just don't get so angry about it. Just think, whatever.
But the issue is you are getting to that point.
Still.
Yeah, still.
It's just more suppressed. That's the difference. So that is now energy
suppressed
living in the
or
body.
managed.
So what?
That's another word for suppressed.
Sure.
If you manage your emotions, you are suppressing them.
Yeah. Unless you're digging into them and understanding them, I think any other thing else is avoidance. I used to manage mine by not thinking about them. You know?
Yeah.
I manage my emotions by not dealing with them. That's management.
Avoidance.
But it's avoidance. The only way to manage it properly is to sit into it and understand it and learn it and work with it. Otherwise, it's
But
just
have I not
avoidance.
got there in some capacity to say, I know it's control?
Oh yeah, you've got the awareness, but I don't think you've sat into the body to feel. Because men are very logical. Men are all up here.
Oh,
You know, if you're cold and shut off, you need to literally sit there for periods of time.
Yeah.
And allowing your body to feel these things. Otherwise, it just comes out as anger. That's why the world as it is. That's why the world's on fire. 'Cause it's angry men in control, fighting wars all the time.
Yeah,
We
power.
can't control the emotions, so it comes out as anger and war.
And that makes so much more sense as well, like why you're so annoyed by the powers that don't make sense, or the people that have the power that are doing it wrong, COVID examples, because it's another reflection of misused power or ignored power or whatever the theme is for you.
Yeah.
The same way your own dad did is what you're seeing in that. It's just on a bigger scale.
Yeah.
It's taking the power away from you.
Yes, well, funnily enough, you did say that we have the power. Like, we go to work, whose choice is that?
Yeah.
We pay bills, whose choice is that? Because if it was up to me, I would literally go and live on an island.
I've said this.
But why don't you?
Self-sufficient.
Why? Because some of the things I've heard you say before, I think, who has the most impact on you? You. But I do think environment has a massive impact. Like, I live in London, but there it's another world of its own. Like, there's no slowing down. It's literally go, go, go. And it's hard to get out of it unless you literally remove yourself to an island. Because I thought I always wanted to move, like, to another country. I said, if I leave London, I'm leaving England. But I think, is that just not technically running away, but it would just be another issue somewhere else?
So the island can be metaphorical, it can be physical. But I think the same thing. I think, think about a monk in a temple in China, one of these Buddhists. They're very peaceful, they're very chilled and calm. But that's because they're in a fucking temple in the mountains. Bring them to Leeds, they ain't calm.
No, exactly.
It's chaos. But that's avoidance. So they are at this spiritual place, but they're still avoiding all the stress. So it's, what do you want? I'd rather, what we said on the last episode, be in the stress, be in the mess, to learn to grow from it rather than avoid it. I did the same thing. I ran to Germany. All my stress was in England. I'm getting out of here. Went to Germany for 4 years. Avoided all my stress, mess, family, friends issues. I was like, fuck, I need to go back at some point and deal with it.
Yeah.
Avoided it for like 10
But how did
15
you feel
years.
there while you were there?
In Germany? Running away. I knew I was running away. So,
'Cause
so it might
why?
be by me going to an island, I'm running away from problems and troubles that I don't want to deal with them
Because it's still stored where?
in the body
Yeah.
and in my head. So I wanted to go to a different country where nobody fucking knows me and I can start from fresh.
Yeah.
But it was still in me, still felt shit. Still was thinking about all these things. I just couldn't avoid it.
But you know when you say you can't be bothered to deal with it, that's what I say. I just can't be asked. And then I actually go to the phrase, I haven't got the energy to deal with it.
Yeah.
What is wrong with that? I'd rather just go
There's
somewhere.
nothing wrong
There's
with
nothing
that.
wrong with that.
There is nothing wrong with that. But you have to then go back to, am I actually living a fulfilled, happy life saying I have no energy? Your energy is your life force. If you have no energy,
Yeah, I appreciate that.
you're draining your soul.
Yeah. And what sort of things drain your energy? It's living in fear, anxiety, stress, anger. These are all things that drain your energy. So if you're constantly waking up in that form, you're constantly depleted. So it's bringing the energy back, meditating, refocusing on yourself, understanding the emotions and wounds and redirecting that power into things more positive other than stress, anger, rage, and all that stuff. Especially as guys, we just display this all the time.
I also think it's because I think logically as opposed to, I don't want to say emotionally, but maybe.
But we live in a world where emotions and logic both exist, so we have to incorporate both.
Yeah.
Men will never be emotional, but they're emotionally intelligent. And that goes with the logic.
Emotionally attuned, I think, is the point.
Yeah. And that comes with the logic and it comes together. We don't need to be emotional because we have our partners for that, women for that. And that's the yin and yang that come together in that union. So long as we get the intelligence that can work with the emotion, then we have the logic.
Yeah, this is where communication comes in.
Yeah.
Because we were saying earlier, we were saying when a man isn't emotionally attuned when he hasn't learnt to ground into his emotion, he will bring... So the woman is the chaos in a relationship. Yeah, that's a very important archetype of a woman, chaotic. Not as a whole, but that's a part of it.
Mm-hmm.
If the man is ungrounded and chaotic in himself, not able to hold his own emotion, you've now got two chaotic people always at each other.
Yeah. The woman needs the man's logic and the grounding to bring that chaos into order. But we can't get there if we're not in order. And
how do you become in order? You listen to the attunement the woman already has emotionally.
Do you not think sometimes, though, the man's logic... Okay, let's say the woman's being emotional about a topic. Yeah. The man uses logic, think, right, this is what we're going to do.
Yeah, yeah.
But the woman still wants the man to be emotional.
Yeah.
So it sounds like, or they feel like you're matching them.
Yeah.
Even though you're losing logic. Like a logical answer is not good enough.
So this is where we need emotional intelligence to understand what they're actually saying and what they actually need. And 9 times out of 10, it's just a hug. Want to be heard.
It's so simple when you put it like that.
It is so simple.
They want to be heard. They want to be seen. Give them a hug. Okay, cool. I hear you. I see you. So what should we do? Come here. Give me a hug. Then move on from it. Whereas I'd be wanting to give them an emotional response, but I'm not emotional. So I'd shut down. Then I wouldn't say anything. Then they get angry and I shut down more. Then it's just constant conflict.
I don't even do the emotional answer. I just go with a logical answer and then it just gets worse.
Yeah.
But this is where it becomes, because what you just said there, you said, I try to be emotional. With that, a woman's going to tell if you're faking emotion. So if you're saying something that is, you think she wants to hear or whatever, she's going to pick up on that.
Oh, it comes out of me even with the tone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could just already tell straight away.
Yeah. And that's because it's got to a certain point. Even before that, a woman who's aware of her emotions would already be aware of whether that's genuine or not. But on top of that, what did you say after that? You
need the intelligence.
Yeah. Yes, the seeing and the hearing.
Yeah.
Every child, well, that's the biggest thing they didn't get, is to be seen, heard, and understood. So a woman and a man is going to carry that. So if your partner, I'm not going to say names, brings to you something, and you say, "Here, this is how we're going to fix it," logically, to her, she's thinking, "You don't give a shit. You just want to fix me because I'm the problem."
Yeah.
Not so much fix you though, just
no.
the
problem. Sorry. So as guys, right, we know we're not trying to fix a woman. We love the woman as the woman. We know they have problems, and we want to fix the problem.
Yeah,
they are not the problem.
Yeah.
They have problems, and we're physical beings, and we can fix the problem. But if you say that to a woman, they think, what, you're trying to fix me?
Yeah.
It's like, no, you're not the issue. You have an issue, and I want to fix it because I can.
Yeah.
But it's just communicating that the correct way.
Or are they hearing the fact that you're calling them the problem?
But that's down to their wounding, I think, to
This
an
is
extent
where,
as well.
yeah, this is where both people have to be aware of what place they're coming from, because you could do all of that and it still be received as I'm the problem because that person's holding that wound.
Hmm.
We
The
literally
mirrors.
went through this. We spoke about this 3-4 months ago on the phone. He was like, oh, when a guy says that, you know, all a woman hears is that I'm a problem.
problem,
And I
yeah.
broke it down to you like, that makes so much sense.
Yeah.
Because I've always had that in my relationships. Like, you're not an issue. You have an issue and I can fix any issue. So give it to me and I'll fix it.
And then that's where it becomes like, it's so important for the man to be grounded in the emotion. And when we say grounded, we mean like aware of what you feel, because then you can communicate without the awkwardness of, I actually just want, like you said, I want to help you. Could you communicate that?
No, some of my communication is a bit shocking.
Yeah.
That's okay.
And that's okay, because look where we've
That's
come
okay.
from.
Yeah. And same with me. I've only learned communication over the past 2 years. I was in the army as a communication systems operator
Oh, is it?
and I still couldn't communicate, you know? So
That's a different kind of
Yeah,
communication.
you could,
though.
there you
I
could.
know. Yeah.
Isn't that more of a logical one?
Yeah, it's just to the
There you
point,
go.
isn't it? Yeah, whereas this is emotional communication. So it's just learning that. It won't go away. You know, I just have to think to myself, I need to learn to be more emotional. I need to learn it. So it's not going to go away. It seems to be a repeating problem in all my relationships. So maybe I'm the issue. So I'll go
But
off and
how
learn
do
it.
you learn it?
It's
Oh,
this
I'm
work.
glad you asked.
Should we do something
Because
now?
to be fair, this is what I always watch and you talk. But when you're on the other side of the screen, you're just listening. You're like, yes, you're saying what you need to do.
How?
But
to do it.
how? Like, if I'm not in front of you, how do I do this before I get to you? Can I do this without you?
Comment,
No.
like, and subscribe, right? And we'll tell you everything that you need to know.
Some of it is that, because no, the answer is no. The point of coaching is to help you see what you can't see.
Yeah.
So you can't fix it yourself. We should be able to. That's the point of why this exists, because we should be brought up to know how to do this, attune ourselves.
Yeah.
But if you've gone through years of not doing that, there is things fragmented so far in your mind, you can't see them to fix them. And I don't want to use the word fix because there's not something wrong. It's just.
Oh, so should I quote you for saying fix now? Because it came out as fix. See?
Yeah, maybe
Things come out.
and that's true. So therefore, there is a part of me that still thinks there are parts of me that need fixing, and that's now an
But we shouldn't
awareness that I
say
can
fix.
work on.
And you said fix about 4 times.
But that's what I just said. I'm saying now that I've said that, I can be aware there is a part of my mind thinking that fixing is the aim. It isn't. So now I can work on that, and that's it. Now the things come to the surface, I can go back in, and that is the process of healing.
Yeah. Yeah. So when I found this sort of work, I was, I don't know what I was looking for a piece. There was a piece of me that I needed. I thought, right, everything else seems to make sense apart from women. 100%, apart from these relationships. And what was lacking was my emotional intelligence, my emotional body.
Can I say something on that?
Of course you can.
Sorry, you just said what doesn't make sense is women. And then you answered the very thing I was going to say, is because if you don't understand women, you don't understand your own feminine. And that is the emotion.
Yeah.
Do you recognize you have a feminine energy in you?
Yeah, and if you do, how does it look?
If I do, it don't really come out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. That's
If I do.
Yeah.
I
Okay, so
don't know.
how do you treat your feminine energy?
If you have any feminine feelings or thoughts or, I don't know, energy coming up.
What would be an example of that? If I don't recognize it come out, I wouldn't be
Okay.
able to answer.
No, so we can't tell you that. So do
But
you recognize that you hold a feminine energy?
Yes,
Okay. How do you recognize that?
I don't.
How
Like, I can recognize, but I probably don't.
But how could it look in someone if a guy has feminine energy?
I meant as in, how do you know that it's there? You said, yes, I know that it's there. I'm asking
No,
how
because
do you know it's there?
obviously there'll be, I don't know if the word, characteristics, not traits,
Yeah, same thing.
that men would have that are feminine,
Right.
characteristics. But it doesn't mean I would know what it would look like.
So how do
especially
you know
coming
that
out
you
of
hold
me.
that?
I would just, I don't know, biologically, I guess. You just
Okay, so
presume.
it's just logical rather than I know I hold feminine energy.
Correct.
Okay. How do you feel about holding a feminine energy?
Fine.
How would you treat your feminine energy?
How would I treat it?
if you were to acknowledge it, or even now, as you sit and recognize, I hold feminine energy within me.
What was the question?
How do you feel about that?
That's fine.
Knowing that you hold a chaotic, emotional, uncontrolled energy.
Feels fine to me, I guess.
But you like to be in control.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you like to be in control, but knowing that you have energy that's uncontrollable. How does that make you feel?
Bit confused.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the feminine chaos.
Yeah.
Confusion.
Yes.
Yeah, because, we have the logic, we have the emotion. The more in tune we become with our feminine, the more emotion comes through the body. So how do we deal with that? How does it look? What do we do with that? Remember I was at Pure Jimmy Doncaster. I said to this yoga instructor, I need to do more feminine things. I need to balance it out. So like do more creativity, music, dance, play. These are feminine things that can create the balance within the body. So I started doing the mandalas. I didn't do dance. I do body pop. Was it pop locking parties? But yeah, just trying to become more in tune with that, because everything I was doing at the time was all just macho, just training, gym, shouting, managing. It was just red.
What I was getting to on that is how you treat your own feminine energy. You said, I don't understand women, is how you treat feminine outside of you. So how...
I'm going to pause you. As you're talking and trying to explain it, some of this does sound really confusing.
Okay,
Like
where?
When you ask a question, it's hard to answer it when you don't know what you're answering.
Yeah, because a lot of this is work that takes time and intentional space to check in with the somatic.
Is this the same sort of intention where I intentionally jump out of myself to see? Like I consciously know I'm actively doing that.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I understand that concept.
Yeah, and it's the same
intention.
thing. It's the same thing. Instead of jumping out, you're jumping into the physical body of what is the emotion stored and where. Because when you tap into that, you get to know where is the energy, what is it feminine, is it masculine, who's it related to? That's the work that we do.
Yeah. And then you can digest your own thoughts and emotions, that sort of thing, rather than just avoiding it. Yeah. So we get taught things external to us, where it's all actually internal. All the work you need to do is actually just sitting within yourself and realising certain things, which is confusing for men, because we're go-getters. We want to build physical things, whereas this part of us isn't physical. It has physical elements, but it's actually an emotional body we need to dig into. So it's so alien for us. Whereas opposite for a woman, years ago, or even nowadays, give them fucking Lego to put together, Meccano set, or time to build a house.
Throwback.
They'd struggle though.
Yeah.
It's just naturally not them, So it's just getting that balance.
And on that, with the communication, especially in a relationship, if a woman is always trying to give you the guidance for that. Like you said, you would struggle because you don't have that skill naturally, whereas a woman naturally has more attunement to emotion.
Yeah.
So she's actually always given hints and tips of how to attune.
Yeah.
Yes, I can recognize what you're saying, but I can't recognize the hints.
Okay, so...
But the only way to
I know they're
recognise
coming.
that is by doing more of the work on yourself. And like, actually, what she said there, I can actually understand and relate to. I know how to sort of give back to her. I've been where you are, and I'm still there now a bit, to be fair. But yeah, I'd be like, what's she saying to me? She's saying this, but she doesn't mean that. What does it mean?
But when that happens then, for you,
yeah,
and you hear it, what are you actually doing? Because for example, we're just talking, and I'm just commenting, she said something to you.
Yeah, so if I was in that space now, I'd just be like, okay, yeah. And I'd pretend I'd understand what she meant, then reply with a response that I think she wanted to hear.
But now, what would you do now?
But now I'd respond with what the answer actually is, the truth. Speak about it, but how do you mean
Do you do that? Do you try and fake your way through answers? Or just to kind of get it done?
Yeah, I'll shut up.
Yeah, I can't be asked for arguments in general. Just unless it's like a debate, that's different. But an actual argument, I haven't got the energy for it. I just want to move past it straight away. So I will at times just say what needs to be said.
Yeah.
But I'm not thinking.
You see how you're standing your own way doing that? Because they're not facing it means your arguments get more and more and more and more and more.
Well, apart from that, as in regular as in
and
they just keep happening
heated.
instead of stopping.
Yeah,
so they don't get as heated. Because I think there is some element of we've tried to just not get there by even just talking a bit more. But I think it's how often they happen as well. If I keep saying I can't be bothered with it and just give whatever I need to give, it's going to happen again.
Precisely.
Yeah.
Precisely. So you need to understand yourself more to dead the conversation off straight away once and for all.
And there's a trap there. I'm not saying this is you, but this is for the people. It's easy to get into that place in a relationship where maybe you're doing it through talking more, but it becomes where you both avoid, and then you fall out of love with each other.
Yeah.
Because you're now not actually working or building on anything. That's very
Deep.
deep
It is,
place
yeah.
to get. Yeah,
That's where the
but
disconnect
that's the truth, because it's disconnection. That's the word I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Because what are you connecting over?
Because if I'm not giving you my full truth, you're never going to know the full me. You can never fully meet my needs.
100%.
And I'm going to be angry at you for not knowing me, but I'm not giving you the truth.
Mm.
So how can you fully know me if I'm lying to you all the time?
The biggest
It's
thing,
impossible.
we spoke about this recently, the biggest thing a woman needs is truth. If you don't know what you're doing and you actually disagree with what she's saying and you think her emotion is stupid, she would rather you tell her that. Like, I don't know why you're crying over this.
Yeah.
I'm not saying, you probably already do say that, but
I've said it before.
but it's a matter of actually standing in the truth and then allow her, this is another person's responsibility, to feel the pain of that. Because then you connect over, really what you're connecting over in a relationship is pain.
But can I go back to, your answer would be, I don't understand why you're crying over that. It's because I'm using logic. I'm applying my logic to what she's experiencing emotionally. So I'm applying my logic, what's the problem?
Can I ask you a question? Why can't you meet her emotionally? So if she's communicating with you with her emotions, why can't you meet her back there?
This is what I said at the beginning. I don't think I have, maybe it's feminine emotion. I don't know how you want to word it. Because I just feel like I'm more logical over everything.
I know, but why can't you meet your
I don't
partner
know.
there emotionally?
I don't
Do you
know.
want to?
Well, if it would make everything better, then yeah.
But it would make everything better.
Yeah, so then yeah.
Yeah. So you want to, you just don't know how to.
Yeah, because I think my go-to is just logic.
Yeah, and how long have you tried that for?
Still today.
Yeah, so it's just not working. So the next thing you need to try then is logically, if logic's not working, logically, what else do we do?
Yes, you might know where else to go, but
Yeah.
you don't know what to do.
Yeah,
Or
that's
what
cool.
to-
But logically, we know logic's not working, so we need to go emotional. It's just how to get there.
And that's the work.
Yeah, and that's it. You know, if guys are raw logical, we know when something's not working, so why do we stay in that place of it not working? Because we're scared of the emotions. We know it's the emotions.
What's the
Or
thing?
just more like, I'll
That's
just
why
deal
we
with it
resist
later.
it. Yeah, because we can't.
But you're always dealing with it later.
Yeah, I know.
That's how we condone it. Oh, I'll do a bit later.
Yeah.
But at some point, you need
Or-
to deal with it.
Or as you said in the other pod, it'll get better. Just
And it
hope
never
for the
does.
best.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but he never does
Yeah.
until we take the action. So it's like, so logically, if logic's not working with my partner, what do I need to do? It needs to be more emotional. That's my theory. And then
It's
I'm
not
being
even
out.
like you said at the beginning. It's not being more emotional. It's just being attuned
Yeah.
to the emotion.
Yeah.
Which means
emotionally
understand
intelligent.
it
Yeah, for us.
or create space for it.
Yeah.
Because this is the other thing we've said. It's not about finding the solution. It's about allowing the truth of the emotion to just be there. And that in itself sometimes is the answer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And, sorry,
Yeah.
you're going to say something.
No.
I think what I was going to ask is, what's the biggest concern of facing the argument? Because you have no energy for arguments.
I don't have a concern. I just don't want to waste time over, in my logical thinking,
Yeah.
a silly thing.
But if you're arguing, it's causing an issue in your relationship and you're addressing it, it's that wasting time. If there's an argument, obviously it's an issue. So by talking,
No,
and
so I think you're
discussing
already
it-
too far ahead of where your question actually is to me.
What's that?
I've lost the trail. Just re-ask the question. Where were you just going with that? Is it wasting time?
Yeah, so you said, when an argument comes up, you're like, oh, I don't want to argue because it's wasting time.
Yeah.
But if that issue is in your relationship or with a person and you're addressing that, is it a waste of time if it's going to be better?
There we go. That bit, that's where I was at. It's not a waste of time, and I would probably address it better if what I think the original issue wasn't silly.
Okay.
Oh,
so maybe,
okay.
okay, so I'll just say, so maybe you're the issue.
Very possible. Because I'm not addressing that issue as
avoiding it, yeah.
serious or whatever,
Yeah, you're avoiding everything.
or important.
Yeah, because what
So
you're
you
doing.
think you're on a higher ground and you're in control. Because you're in control, you don't want to address it. So you're being the selfish bellend.
It's very possible.
Men lead the relationship, we're in charge. So if we're avoiding it and we're in control, and we're control freaks, we're
Yeah.
being the dickhead.
But can I just say, yeah, you just called me a selfish bellend, and I was like, yeah, it's very possible. Earlier, you said women would prefer if you tell them not something they don't want to hear. Oh no, you tell them the truth rather than telling them something
Even
you want
something
to
they
hear.
don't want
If
to
I
hear.
said to her or you, for example, we were having an argument, you're a selfish bellend,
Yeah.
you're not gonna like that.
No, but it's
No,
not about
it's not about
liking
that.
it. It's about now. Okay, so you say that to me.
Okay, so it's now on you to receive that and why I've said it.
It's on you to process what that brings up in yourself
Yeah.
because
Yeah,
that's
that's what I
someone
meant.
else's truth.
That's how you feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it will be invalidating what you feel because what you've just done is you said that this thing is silly and now you're invalidating what she feels. So now you're both invalidating each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
See, I've got no problem you calling me a selfish bellend in that particular example because I'm like, okay, well, that's probably true.
Yeah.
So isn't that me looking within already,
So,
accepting it?
so that's just you looking at yourself.
I didn't deny you and say, no, I'm not.
No,
a prick."
because you recognise
Yeah.
your
that
part.
that is possible within you. Yeah, because of the control of what we carry. I would say in my relationships, I'd control it by not answering the questions. And that caused more issues. But I didn't know how to answer them.
Yeah, because when
So I look back now, if I could have answered those questions, it'd been a lot different. But I didn't know how to. I weren't in tune. I weren't intelligent enough.
this is what we were saying earlier, because when you're avoiding, you're the avoidant. The woman, when her emotion is continuously avoided or ignored, she's just going to get more angry. And the anger is just the surface of actually the sadness underneath. So now you can only meet each other on anger. So you keep avoiding, woman's going to keep getting more angry. And then we both, because neither of us are looking at what's underneath that, we're staying here and
Yeah.
we can't move past that.
We're staying on the surface rather than digging in.
Yeah.
And I've learned this even more so the past few weeks. You know, as a guy, if you're leading, you need to be honest and upfront and just say it as it is. Obviously, don't just go in and be like, yeah, this and you that.
Oh, see, that's,
Do it in the right way. You know, we're not trying to hurt feelings, we're trying to get the truth out.
yeah.
That's two different things. We're not trying to punish anyone, we're just trying to get the truth out, so do it in the right way.
Yeah, see, I don't have an issue of saying what I need to say. It's probably how. Like you said, don't go
Yeah.
straight.
Yeah,
in,
but
like,
you
go
said you
full.
avoid as well. You avoid. So it means
Yeah,
you're
so it
avoiding
depends on the
truth.
circumstances. That's why.
Yeah,
I don't avoid everything. I just,
yeah. It's a learning to articulate yourself.
yeah, which
In the
I,
right way.
I have it up there, but it doesn't
Yeah.
come out.
That's okay. If you want to learn it, you can learn it. It just takes a bit of time. Just how to articulate yourself and say things without offending people. Some people don't have a filter. Some people do.
And also understanding that sometimes you will offend people and that's
Yeah.
their responsibility to process.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, if I was to start calling you all sorts of names, you'd be offended. But if I said you're being a selfish bellend, it's kind of light-hearted.
True. There's truth in it.
Yeah, there's truth. Light-hearted truth insult. You're like, I can take that. If I said you're a fucking cunt, you'd be like, whoa. It's
I
different.
wouldn't
isn't
accept it as well.
No, deliberate. It's different.
Yeah.
That's
Um,
funny. Yeah.
but yeah, that's what I realised. You know, I take responsibility back to me. If I'd done something different, it would have been different. So, what are you laughing at?
Swearing is quite an easy,
It's the way you dropped
makes people laugh, yeah.
Swearing.
Yeah.
It's the way
Especially
you
with
dropped it.
accents.
Yeah.
Cunt.
Cunt. Bellend.
Well, we covered quite a bit of control communication stuff there. What was the topics that you brought?
I didn't bring topics, I brought
Words
words.
or whatever.
And they were
What
the
was the
words.
What bars?
Communication.
Oh, here we go. Do you want to drop some bars?
What?
You got some bars?
Nah.
No.
Don't try me bringing them out. Man. They'll be shocking.
One day we will get some bars on the pod.
Yeah.
Um,
On with that.
what? So we've covered them all.
Yeah,
All
because
the
I did.
words.
I came with words. Like I tried to think that I've already looked at myself, which is control and communication.
Yeah.
But it was never like a real, I think this is the issue, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like a blank canvas type.
Yeah. So you know that quote of saying, you know, we attract what we judge, and so we no longer judge what we attract. So if you're, I don't know, your issues, anger, or what we are.
Which I don't think mine is anymore. I think that changed a long
It's the
time ago.
control.
I think it's more control.
I went through this probably a year and a half, 2 years ago. Anytime I had a negative comment towards someone or something or got angry, I thought it's just a reflection of me in some capacity. So I ended up bringing it all back. So if I thought I knew I was controlling in some areas, I thought, why am I a control freak? You know, if I'm getting angry in some areas, why am I so angry? And to get to the bottom of those. I know you mentioned earlier, like
Keep asking
how,
why.
Yeah, to keep asking yourself why and how. And again, I keep going back to it. It's what I learned, the emotional side, the emotional body, the intelligence. Just sitting with yourself, being coached through it. Most at times, especially as guys, you need that, and just learning of how it feels, and it's okay to feel emotion. I'm a lot less angrier because I know more now. I feel more, I understand more, and it's not that deep. You know, if we'd have been taught at a younger age as a young boy through your parents, it wouldn't be an issue now.
See, I don't think it's just parents. I also
No.
think it's environments for kids. What are they in most
Everything.
schools?
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I was going to ask you if I could bring some emotional attunement classes to your business. Hopefully, I can say that here. I don't know.
We'll have to see how that will actually work.
Yeah, anyway, we
Like,
can talk about that
Logistically,
after.
yeah.
But yeah, it's
yeah, I
definitely
think-
environment.
Yeah. That's why I think when environments aren't acknowledged, I think they should be more. Because if even parenting, if a kid is in school, literally, some kids can be in school from like 7:30 till 6.
Yeah.
They don't see a parent. So that means you've got strangers just raising this kid who all sorts of stuff can have, like attention.
And
Even in classes themselves, even like 30 kids for one adult.
Yeah.
How's that possible?
yeah.
I don't like the education system as it
I
is
know.
here.
There is all that, you know, and I say this to some of my mates. Well, at some point, that you have to make a decision for yourself and take that control back, like I had to do at 14 to 15, thinking, right, I am in charge of my life. What the fuck do I want? It's not where I want it to be. I'm scared of everything. I haven't been out of Leeds. What do? I have to go and explore it and learn it all. It's just when you get to that point in your life, it's scary to make a decision, but at some point you do have control and you can take that control back.
It's when the leverage becomes enough
Yeah.
to take the action.
So a lot of people stay in the same area with the same moans and complaints about their childhood and never change because they're caught in that cycle, that trap. It's like, but you're an adult now, you know, you're 25. Move out, go get a job, do something. Oh, I can't because my dad did this and my dog and my hamster's got 3 legs. It's like, so you don't want that.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you just keep complaining about when you was 15, but you don't want that. You can keep complaining, but keep growing, keep moving on. You know, don't get stuck.
Don't get stuck.
Don't get stuck. We can all get stuck in that sand, but it's not a good place to be.
We're about to drop some bars.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Was I?
Yeah.
Quick fall back.
Because I said don't get stuck.
Yeah. With a rhythm.
One day. Was there anything that you wanted to touch on that you didn't?
Not really.
What's your
Do you
biggest?
have any,
Oh.
sorry, do you have any more clarity about anything?
I was about to ask, what's your biggest takeaway?
Same question
Yeah.
then. More deeper, I guess, acknowledging or recognizing where and why, I guess.
Yeah.
Which I already think I started to do.
Yes, this is where the awareness starts, you know, especially as guys. We'll start here, we'll start questioning, thinking why, but at some point you're going to sit there with your eyes closed, getting coached through it.
Yes, this is the
You
start
know.
of the rest of your life.
Yeah. It's the only way to
Absolutely.
connect to the body.
Do what?
Get Luke to coach you.
It's the only way to get into the body.
Do I have to keep coming up here though?
No.
Okay.
You coming to Pod House. No.
Yeah, live. You have to do every session live.
I imagine.
Yeah. No other questions? No other points?
I think you covered most of them because I'd already kind of sort of self-recognize what I think is control is the issue.
Yeah.
Then I don't really need you to extract more because I think that is probably the main
For now,
thing for
It's-
now.
I was going to say as well, like with that, it's easy to get trapped in the awareness. I was saying this to you, awareness can be a trap because you can be aware of the emotion, the problem, the issue where it started, but it's like, now what do I do with that? If you stay there, you're stuck in awareness. Awareness is great. You need the awareness to start, but you have to move yourself through it.
Yeah, want to move through it.
Yes, the
Look
one.
for the answers.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this is the only thing I found. Talking, understanding. Yeah, I think you can do as much breath work or anything, or work, avoid sports, drugs. You could do as much as you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can it's about putting
Work.
a plaster over
Did you
a.
say work?
Yeah.
I was going to say that's an
yeah.
avoidance.
You know, putting a plaster over a broken leg. You can do it as much as you want, but it's not going to fix a break.
Yeah, which comes back full circle to what you started with the health and listening to my body. And that, what you feel is your greatest guide to the emotion. illnesses, physical manifestations. This is why we always ask you, is it in your left or right hand, your injuries? It's trying to show you something.
Oh, well, mine's always predominantly right.
There you go. It's the masculine wound.
Oh, I just genuinely thought because I injured my right side.
But that's,
There's obviously physical to it.
yeah, but beneath the physical is always an emotional, spiritual layer.
Energetic reason.
Hence why the people in China have the herbal medicines and different practices than they do in the West, because they believe in all that stuff. You know?
I also believe in that now,
Yeah.
more than anything else.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with everyone. It's the emotion that's the missing piece.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a good bar to leave it on.
Yeah. Emotion is the missing piece.
Emotion is the missing piece. Well, thank you for being our first ever guest. Did pretty well.
Did well, to be fair.
I
Natural.
tried. I tried to ignore that. It's all there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, those lights up there are pretty hot.
But yeah, thank you for tuning in to our first guest episode. Hopefully it shared some insights for other people too. I'm sure
Yeah,
there's
and
some
getting
relatable
someone
topics.
fresh on just to speak about.
And also
normal
someone that might
things.
be in my shoes that's like watches, listens, but doesn't really get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's hard to understand if you don't understand.
You
Yeah,
don't know what you don't
100%.
know.
Like you
Even
just listen,
sometimes
you're
we
like,
have
"Why?"
conversations. I'm like, what? What are we talking about?
So imagine us on the other side going, what?
But this is
Yeah.
the point, though. It's get you thinking. Actually, that's me. I felt that before.
The
En-
relatability.
Yeah, the relatability. engage and learn
And
Yeah.
grow with us.
and grow.
But yeah, leave your comments, like, subscribe, all your questions, and we'll get through them in the next episode.
Yep. Till next time.
Peace.
Peace.